I want to say that led to the entrepreneurial mindset, it would be mainly just, I think growing up, I always had like the tendency of an entrepreneur, kind of like characteristic of an entrepreneur. Like I was always picking up on hustles. I don't know if you guys remember when people was buying and reselling sneakers. Some people still got that and they do it on a bigger platform, on a higher level, but just something simple as flipping sneakers, selling candy as a kid, selling iPhones and iPods and little stuff like that. Those were, I think, business mindset. I was kind of like building on that early growing up, and just having family members. I had a family member who had a cassette shop on Jamaica Avenue in Queens. Like I thought that was dope. He wake up in the morning, open his own cassette shop, and he's running it from the morning open to the end, and he's closing the shop. I thought that was dope. That he was in charge of like getting all his inventory, and anybody who just had any type of business they was running, I always respected and honored that, and I always wanted to see myself doing that. So that's what it was. More than anything, I understood that like there's a lot of groundwork that comes with that. So just studying a lot of entrepreneurs and just seeing what they do, and even simply by just seeing how they go about everyday life or their investments, I think was dope. So I'd say that's what led to the Late Bloomer brand. What also led to Late Bloomer, I remember one day I had an Instagram tag that was TMC Boo, right? And as much as I, love next transition, I had to really come to breaks that like, look, bro, at the end of the day, you're repping someone else's brand. And I was just like, yo, like, what is your brand name? So I sat down and really asked myself, like, one, not only what's the brand name gonna be, but I asked myself, like, what solution could I add to the culture and to the business that I'm gonna be getting in, whatever that might be. And I feel like with Late Bloomer brand, a late bloomer is undefined. Shift life narratives with purity and self-enlightenment. We push to literally just believe in your own blooming process throughout life. A lot of times we grow up and he say or she say or just social pressures that go on in everyday life. We see that certain things supposed to be done by a certain time, and if you do it or you too late or you early, you getting praised. You know what I mean? But if you do it late, it's like, oh. But it's like, what about just getting there? You know what I mean? Like, so whatever stages, whatever the top is to us, as long as we get there, no matter how long it takes throughout the blooming process, man, that's all that matters, as long as we get there. So that's where the messages come from, and just something we're gonna push through the brand. What also led me to be part of 255 Nation Sports Committee, man, it just happened organically. I had a conversation with Santi Zed, Mr. TZ himself. We sat down, really just planning out how we wanted to go about having a sports event where people can come out and represent their country and where they're from. And, we just sat down and, I did just exchanging ideas and really just, putting everything together. But it's an honor to be part of the team, man. What I love the most is that everyone has like, it's not all one base. There's so many different things that 255 Nation embodies, man, and that, to be part of that and not only be Tanzanian and help build on that, but just to help build on, the talent that's in this team, man. Like it's a lot of us that there's so much talent. It's man, you just really have to sit down and really look into, how much talent is within this team, man. And it's an honor to build on it. You know what I mean? And just keep going. That's all we gonna keep.
255 Nation.